The DGS study regarding mileage for state legislator vehicles concludes that on average, legislators drive their vehicles 1,274 miles a month. With that comparison, Mr. Speaker, if you compare apples to apples, that includes maintenance as well as mileage, the average lease rate, including maintenance, is $626 a month. Using that same basis of 1,274 miles a month, mileage reimbursements to legislators is $713 a month, $115 more every month. If all legislators, the DGS has concluded, would use a state vehicle, it would save the Commonwealth $42,736 a year. That's if all legislators would use a state vehicle. It would save the Commonwealth, according to the Department of General Services, $42,736 a year. You might say that's a minuscule amount. Well, we're only talking about minuscule amounts with 45 legislators using state vehicles, so it's already minuscule. But it's a savings to use state vehicles. What about accidents? What about accidents where, I'm glad you asked that question. As it relates to mileage, in this amendment, the cost is calculated. The state has sovereign immunity and is self-insured. Therefore, it costs the taxpayers no additional money for the minuscule amount of legislators that use a state vehicle. It costs the state no more money because the state has sovereign immunity and it pays out according to its own self-insurance. The Department of General Services, however, is very concerned that legislators that use their own car may not report, they found, that they are using those vehicles for business use, and therefore causes the Commonwealth to be liable should there be an accident during the time that you're traveling for business use and are charging the state for those business miles. Let that be a cautionary tale to legislators. On that, Mr. Speaker, I think we're just talking about cancel culture. Legislator shaming. Those legislators are good and those legislators are bad, so we want to cancel these legislators' vehicles. I think that is an outrage, Mr. Speaker. And therefore, I believe that this amendment would allow no state money to go towards legislator travel, and all of us would just get constitutional miles, and we could get the federal government to reimburse us for our miles on our taxes. And then we're all on the same level playing field, and those state legislators that have vehicles that are charging the state less money than the mileage will be all on the same playing field. Having said that, Mr. Speaker, I think my colleague, Mike Schlossberg, has a better proposal. Which will demonstrate and prove once again that state vehicles are a better bargain for the Commonwealth and should be retained, and any proposal to the contrary is just another example of cancel culture in this legislature. I withdraw my amendment, Mr. Speaker.